Hello. In today's video, we're going to see about connectives and conditional clauses. Let's begin. So the connectives you're going to see are although, though, even though, in spite of, and despite. If you focus on the differences of although and though, they mean the same and show a contrasting idea. They can be used either at the beginning or in the middle of the sentence. But the particular difference of though is that it's too informal. You can use it in the last of the sentence, but although can never be used like that. But even though is used to show an emphasis based on a particular expectation. You'll understand better when we see the examples. In spite of and despite, there's no difference between these two connectives, and they too show a contrasting idea. But we should be sure in not mixing these two connectives like some people use in despite of, so that's wrong. And the most important thing is the structure, the way you use the connective and the rest of the sentence. Along with although, though, and even though, you have to use a clause. So a clause is a group of words which has a noun and a verb as well. But along with despite and in spite of, it's compulsory to use a phrase. A phrase means a group of words, but it should not have a noun and a verb like a clause. Now we shall focus on the examples. Although it rained, everyone had a good time. Everyone had a good time, though it rained. Both of these sentences give us the same exact meaning. But the third one, it rained, everyone had a good time though. So this sentence is more informal. You cannot replace though with although. It's not suitable to use although at the last of the sentence. And the next one, even though the match was tough, we won. When you listen to someone and they say the match was tough, obviously you should think that they have lost the match, but they have won. So we are emphasizing on the particular idea, and that's why we are using even though. Look at the last two sentences. She laughed despite her mood. Tom appeared relaxed in spite of the bad day. So along with despite and in spite of, after them, we are using just a phrase, but after although, though, and even though, we are using a clause. Let's practice a few questions now. I've just given you 5 questions and I give you a few minutes to check the questions and the answers as well. Just mark the answers roughly, then we can check the answers and discuss about them. Alright, hope you have tried. These are the answers, the correct answers. Despite the bad weather, we went on a school picnic. So the weather was bad and we didn't stop the school picnic. Actually, we went on a school picnic. So despite. Second one, despite his illness, Benny went to school because he had an important exam. He was ill, but he didn't stay at home. He went to school, a contrasting idea despite. And you cannot use the rest of the connectives because there's actually a phrase there, his illness. Third one, although mother was very busy, she cooked a great meal for us. We have a clause after the blank, so you may use although and though. Fourth one, I studied hard for my English test. I still got a low grade though. Here though will be the only correct answer because the blank is given in the last, in the end of the sentence, so you cannot use although. And the last one, I have so many cavities, even though I brush my teeth regularly. So when someone brushes his or her teeth regularly, obviously we won't think of cavity, but here it's happening. So we are emphasizing on the idea and we should use even though. Hope now we can move to the next part of the lesson, and it will be on conditional clauses, or as you all know, if clauses. And the basic thing is that conditional clauses are 4 types, and we're going to see about them. It's really important to use the correct structure while focusing on conditional sentences because each structure gives different meanings. So you should be careful of using the correct structure, and it's not important which clause comes first. You should be aware of the clauses that we use along with conditional clauses, like the most important clause, the main clause will be there, and along with that we use if clause or a conditional clause. So you can put either the main clause or the conditional clause at the beginning. It doesn't mean, it's not a problem. And also you have to pay attention to the verb tense while using each conditional type. And of course the comma is an important punctuation, and regarding conditional clauses, it should be used when if clause precedes the main clause. Otherwise, you don't have to use the comma. You will understand better while we see the examples in detail. The first conditional, zero conditional. This is used to talk about general truths. When you speak about just a true thing regarding a general truth, you have to use the zero conditional. If you go out in summer, you feel hot. If you heat water, it boils. So you can see the highlighted verbs here, and of course the pattern is given in the last, along with the conditional clause. When it's present simple, the rest part of the sentence will be also in present simple. So present simple and present simple when you use a zero conditional clause. And the second, first conditional. This one is to use to talk about possible situations in future. You just use the first conditional when something is possible to be done or to be completed in future. For example, if she's confident, she'll speak it out. If she is confident, she will speak it out. So the if clause has the present simple, and the main clause comes along with will and the infinitive form of the verb. And you can replace will with can, may. If you look at the structure, you can understand them. You can use will, can, and may along with the infinitive pattern of the particular verb. The second example is, if you practice the language, you may speak fluently. So practice, simple present with if clause. May speak, the main clause. So it's easy, and remember that the first conditional should be used while you talk about a possible situation in future. And next, second conditional. This is used to talk about impossible or unreal situation. Like, look at the example. If I were you, I would meet her. It's not possible. Like, you cannot be someone else. If I were you, an impossible situation, I would meet her. Second one, Sam could go there if he got the pass. He doesn't have the pass, he didn't have the pass, so he can't go, but an impossible situation is expressed in this second conditional. So look at the structure. With the if clause, you are using past simple, and with the main clause, you can use could or would or might plus the infinitive form of the given verb. And then the third conditional. You can use the third conditional while talking about imaginary situations. Look at the example. I would have met my friend if I had gone to Paris. I didn't go to Paris, I didn't meet my friend, but it's just an imagination. If I had gone there, I would have met my friend. Second, if she had told me, I would have gone. She didn't tell me, I didn't go. An imagination. If she had told me, I would have gone. So the structure is also easy. With the if clause, you are going to use the past perfect tense. That means had plus the past participle form of the particular verb. And the main clause will be like would or could plus have plus the past participle form of the particular verb. So it's really easy if you just remember the usage of each conditional and the particular structure. Then conditional clauses won't be a problem anymore. And now your turn to do a few questions. Again, we have 5 questions here. I'm going to give you again a few minutes to check the answers. Just mark them. Once you have done, we can correct the answers and discuss them. At the last of each question, you can see a number. That's the type of each conditional that you're going to use to fill each blank. All right, let's see the answers. Here are they. So regarding the first question, you are going to use the third type, third conditional. So if he had eaten everything, he would have been ill. So it's easy. For the if clause, you're going to use past perfect, and the main clause, you know the pattern. Second one, you're going to use the first conditional. So the police will arrest him if they catch him. So it's easy. And of course, if clause, it's coming after the main clause. Don't get confused about that. You can use the if clause either at the beginning or at the end of the sentence. It's not a problem at all. But remember which tense you're going to use for each clause. Third one, first conditional. So what will happen if my parachute does not open? It's a question. Don't panic about that. Check the clause and put the correct structure, the correct pattern, the correct tense of the word. The fourth question, second conditional. I would be angry if he made more mistakes. So it's easy, right? Fifth one, and here you're going to use the third conditional. So if we had been late, we could have gone without him. So again, I'm telling you as a summary regarding conditional clauses, nothing is serious here. Just remember the usage of each conditional. And that's all for today's video. Hope you're clear with these two things, connectives and conditionals. And see you in another video. Until then, bye.